Hello and welcome to Motors for the Masses, and today we're on a 50cc geared supermoto. So let's roll the intro and get cracking. Supermotos are always popular, and there is a severe lacking in the geared 50cc bike arena, especially anything that's new in 2022. Well, Spanish RIEJU, or RIEJU, however you want to pronounce it, who are firmly seated in the supermoto and enduro world, are back with a bike for 2022 that has seen many disguises over the years, and I'll let you decide what those disguises are. Let me know in the comment section below if you know. Euro 5-ness compliance has seen many 50cc's being ditched for 2022, but RIEJU are back with this, the new 2022 RIEJU MRT Racing Edition 50cc two-stroke supermoto bike. Don't mind the hammering, stuff's happening. Powering this is the Minarelli NG liquid-cooled two-stroke engine, which develops 3.5 horsepower and a small teacup of torque. You know, one of those little China ones that you do that with. 28 miles an hour is its restricted top speed through its 6-speed box, but if your license and age will allow, it can be de-restricted to do 45 miles an hour. The test will show if that 28 miles an hour is a free revving blast or not. The bike is kickstart only as it has no battery, so no electric start. The lights and indicators are run through the generator. The carb is Delauto. Brakes are single piston front and rear using a 260mm disc on the front and a 200mm on the back. Suspension uses 37mm front right way up forks and a rear mid-mounted monoshock. Wheels are 17-inch front and rear with a 100 on the front and a 130 on the back using Michelin Pilot street tyres. Dimensions are like any other bike, 2.1 meters long, 800mm wide, 1.15 meters tall, and the seat height is 870mm. Now, I am 5'10.5" with a 31.5-inch inside leg, and I can put my feet flat on the floor. So it feels just like any usual 125, to be honest. Weight is 92 kilos wet, and there you go. Yeah, it's all very dimensionally normal. The fuel tank holds 6.3 litres under there, and it's E5 fuel only, so only use super unleaded. There are options going to be available, such as handguards, sump guard, and a racing exhaust. But for now, let's take it out on the road and see how it rides, and I shall show you just how easy it is to start it with this kickstart. Like this. Now I shall start it, turn it on, and I should be able to start it with my hand. What do you reckon? Let's give it a go. So a springy kickstart. There you go. How simple is that? Mind you, you do smack your knuckles on there, so it's best to use your foot. So then, here we go. As you can hear, it's very quiet. Let's see what it's like when we ride, shall we? Change gear very quickly. In third gear already. .14 miles an hour. No, I am in 6th. Obviously now this bike is running in So this is its literal first ride, 0 miles on the clock. And I am doing 26 miles an hour. Go around here a couple of times and see how it rides. We'll go back down again. I mean, it's very smooth, and despite the seat being small, it's quite comfortable. Now I'm doing 20, oh, bit of a headwind, slowing down. Pull out here. Now, I have to say, and I've always said it, and I will continue to say it, 28 miles an hour on a 50cc is just dangerous. It's almost as though it's saying to anyone who's 16, we don't trust you enough that you won't do more than 30 in a 30 limit. So we're going to restrict you to not being able to do anything more than 28 miles an hour because we don't trust that you can do it on your own. However, when you get to 17, we will trust you to do 150 in a car. Absolutely ridiculous. Really is ridiculous. Because you're changing gear and pulling away so very slowly with impatient cars behind you, and you can only do 28, so you go into a 40 limit and there's a problem. However, back to the bike. Now, it's very smooth, indicators work well, holds the road really nicely. It rides as you would expect, nice and smooth. Oh, feel the power, and 28, look. It just doesn't go any more than 28. And unfortunately, there's nothing you can do about that because that's what you get with a modern 50cc. Now, so much so that I can ride around this car park that's empty and probably still hit top speed. But there you go. I'm not going to moan about it anymore because there's nothing you can do about it. However, as a bike, as a first bike for sleeping seagull, as a first bike, this is absolutely perfect. I see no issues with it as a first bike whatsoever, to be honest. Of all the 50s you can get, and there aren't that many, I would say this is one of the best. I'm going to see what I can get up this hill with my 16 stone weight on it, and it's still going. Oh, I thought it was going to go up to 25 then. Now, having 6 gears means you've got to change gear quite a lot and quite often, but it ticks over very well. But pulling out of roundabouts and things on a 50cc is always a planned event rather than just pulling out. But it changes gear very smoothly, and also it goes into gear very nicely. I do have a couple of issues. No, that's it. It literally goes to 28 and then stops. I don't know if my headroom is enough. What I'm going to do is just go around this car park one more time, minding the baby seagull. It's very easy to manoeuvre, bearing in mind this is on new tyres. It sticks to the road very well. These Michelins are good tyres. handles well, brakes really well. And gets up to speed pretty decently. Now bearing in mind, as I say, this bike is still running in, so I can't hold it at 28 for very long. But this Minarelli engine is very good. Gear, 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 gear. Now you may think, why is he just going round and round and round? Well, the reason why is because this bike is already sold. So this is its little test ride. And it all works fine. So then, how much is this little beast? Well, it's £3,299 on the road with a 2-year parts and labour warranty. Yes, and I know what you're saying, £3,300 for a 50cc. Yes, but it's definitely one of the better ones. It's well built, it rides like it should do, except it feels nice. Now, a lot of 50cc bikes feel cheap and small and like they're about to fall apart, and this does actually feel very well put together, apart from, of course, the drawback that every 50cc has, and that's that it does 28 miles an hour, and whoever made that decision in European government needs a good kick up the what's her name, or a visit from Will Smith. There you go, topical. Other than that, it can be de-restricted, as I said before, if your licence and age will allow. So it will do 45. It should do. Now, I can't see why they limit everything to such a speed anyway, because it's dangerous. But unfortunately, you're stuck with it and there's nothing you can do. And if that's the way it is, then this is one of the better ones to have. It's got a decent size to it, so it's got real good presence on the road. And as I say, it is well built and well put together. It changes gear nicely. You've got decent visibility out of the mirrors. It's comfortable. It's very good handling on the road, and it feels stable on the road. And I couldn't really fault it in any way other than the obvious, its speed. But there you go. Other than that, definitely a good one to buy. And that's all I've got time for, really. So until next time, next we're going to look at its bigger brother. So next week there will be a video on this bike that's slightly larger in the engine compartment, as in a 125 liquid cooled. So stay tuned for that. And of course, we'll be back with lots of other stuff as well. There's some more bikes coming, including a brand new motorbike from Nico. And predominantly, they've been scooters. So stay tuned for that one. And that's all I've got time for. So until next time, please ride and drive carefully. Don't forget to like, subscribe, click the bell and all that lot. And I've completely messed up the order of this. Doesn't matter. Just go and have fun. See you later. I'm hot. Tea is needed.